I was just inspired by a friend of mine to talk about the tantra cohort in a big picture kind of way, which is an opportunity to be expanded together to what life is calling us, to the next stage of evolutionary consciousness, which I think of and we are talking about as the group unified field. And to be able to use community and all the best of community combined with eroticism and presence with each other to see if we can become the kind of humans we want to be, to use these instruments to their highest and best form. And the Sangha, which is practice community, to do that in the context of running our life force energy in our bodies so that we get the best of who we are, and also be there for each other as the stuff eventually comes up. Because as we run Kundalini in our bodies, life force energy, creative flow in our bodies, it hits the places of trauma, it hits the places of contraction, of limiting beliefs, of old paradigm ways of being. And those are hard. Those are cycles of death, right? So we are romancing the life, death, life cycle and staying at our edge together in a supportive community because we want to grow and dissolve the things we no longer want to be and expand into the things we want to be. I will also say that Tantra is the religion that I always wanted. I grew up as a Catholic, and what I wanted as a child was the truth. Children really want truth. And the truth is that the mystery is in charge, and it's easier when we surrender, and we need to do a lot of experimenting to find out what works for us individually and what works for the collective. And we're being asked to come at this time to really lean into the experiment of letting the mystery take over. Tantra is the perfect religion for me because there's a set of principles, universal truths that more or less apply, and they're complex, and it doesn't allow us to get away with a lot, but it's enough of a structure. These principles are enough of a structure that guide our hearts, our bodies, our souls, our sensuality, our creativity forward into the blueprint of who we were meant to be. And I love that inherent in that is we can't pin it down. We don't know the answers. All we can do is play with this existence and some of the tools we've been given. And to do that in a community context is so exciting to me because we get to remind each other, hey, forgive yourself, you're just human. Or hey, stretch yourself. Or hey, let me hold this space so you can expand. Or hey, let me hold you as you cry, right? These are companion components, right? Grief in one hand, eros in the other. These things go together. They cannot be separated. And some of these principles of Tantra remind us of that. Remind us as we lean into the unknown and the unknowedness is where we're going to be the most alive, is where we're going to be the most creative. So I wanted to give that little snippet of framework of how I see Tantra and what I see is the goal and the point of being together on this journey. I hope you consider joining us.